And our top focus at this hour. The Israeli military has claimed that its air defenses intercepted 2 projectiles that crossed from Lebanon into northern Israel. And this is just hours after US President Donald Trump said Israel and Hezbollah have agreed to stop fighting, and added that Iran talks were moving rapidly after seeming to falter over Israel's Lebanon offensive. Trump said that he had spoken to Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and had a very good call through unnamed representatives with Hezbollah. In a post on his Truth social network, Trump claimed that the Iran-backed group agreed all shooting will stop, while Netanyahu agreed to call off military raid on Beirut. Trump's comments came after Iran's news agency Tasnim reported that Tehran had suspended dialogue with mediators in protest of Israel's expanding offensive in Lebanon against Hezbollah. The Israeli leader had ordered strikes on what he called terror targets in Beirut's southern suburbs in response to rocket and drone attacks by Hezbollah. A report in the US news outlet Axios said that Trump called the Israeli premier crazy and accused him of putting Iran talks at risk. Netanyahu, after Trump's announcement, said that his country would strike Beirut if Hezbollah doesn't stop attacking Israel. Trump doubled down after Netanyahu's statement, saying in a further Truth Social post that the Israeli leader had turned his troops around from a planned major raid on Beirut. And for more details, our US correspondent Susan Tehrani has sent us this report from New York.
There seems to be growing confusion in the status of talks between Iran and the United States. President Trump says that indirect talks with Tehran are continuing at what he calls a rapid pace. But an Iranian news outlet affiliated to the Islamic Revolutionary Guard reported earlier that Iran was suspending those talks and opening what it called other fronts in the conflict. At the same time, President Trump says that he has spoken to both Israel and Hezbollah and believes that all shooting between the two sides will stop. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says that the Israeli military operations in southern Lebanon will continue as planned, highlighting the gap between diplomatic efforts and realities on the ground. Meanwhile, President Trump said in a social media post early on Monday that criticism from both Republicans and Democrats had made negotiations on a deal with Iran more difficult. Susan Tehrani reporting from New York for WION World is One.